posing as an attorney, now wanted by police. We've got this update.
And we got some wet weather in store for the area, but some of you may not get a drop. I'll let you know more in a bit.
And a high school stabbing suspect in court today. New details from his parents on this case.
WAFB 9 News starts now with this ITEAM investigation.
Good evening, friends. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Val. My partner Greg has the night off. We start with the WAFB ITEAM report getting some swift results. 1 week after exposing a man posing as a fake lawyer, Baton Rouge Police issued warrants for his arrest. Tonight, our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, spoke to another victim who claims Sharper's charm was convincing enough for her to be taken for a ride. Chris.
Well, good evening, Liz. Following our story, the floodgates open. Tonight, Rob Kirk Sharper is a wanted man.
This is my first hair color too.
Tanja McMillan finds purpose and pride taking care of patrons at her successful salon. For a better part of 13 years, she's operated carefully and cautious until she says Rob Kirk Sharper came around, offering to help her out with car trouble.
He told me he saw I needed a new engine and that he knew a mechanic that would get me a rebuilt engine and put it in for $700. And so I gave him $700, and I never got the engine.
She recalls Sharper telling her he was a lawyer who knew a mechanic. She says she paid him $700 in cash.
My car set up for months, and it just became obvious that I had been scammed.
This him.
McMillan's story is very similar to this woman's, who we did not identify.
I asked, I was like, hey, do you know anybody who, as a lawyer?
She claimed Sharper agreed to help her son out of legal trouble, and she wound up paying Sharper $3,000 in cash.
I contacted him Tuesday, and I asked him, I said, did you hear anything? And he said he was going to call me. He called me, same thing. Nothing. So I started feeling like a little eerie, like a little eerie vibe. I was like, something's not right.
She, too, a business owner in town, quickly says she realized she had been hoodwinked.
Every time I think about it, this is just it's wrong.
Following the WAFB ITEAM exposing her story about Rob Kirk Sharper, a number of others came forward.
We have 2 warrants and a total of 3 charges. After the story ran with the original complaint that case was already being worked, we had some more people come in.
These warrants allege a similar pattern allegedly committed by Sharper. Police say he would take cash from people with promises to provide a service. Those services were never rendered. Our ITEAM report showed Sharper has a checkered history dating back to 1995, with arrests for bank fraud, identity theft, and issuing worthless checks. Last week, we went looking for Sharper at his last known address, this house off of Ontario Street.
Hey, how are you? We're looking for Mr. Sharper.
Sharper was not there, but we were able to talk to him over the phone.
Hey, Mr. Sharper, it's Chris Nakamoto with Channel 9.
Sharper was curious as to what we wanted.
Good, I want to let you know I'm recording the conversation. We have some questions for you involving a payment that you allegedly received in December. Are you a lawyer, sir?
But he hung up. Police say Sharper also didn't want to talk to them. Those who paid him say they let their guard down.
To add credibility to him, like his connections run deep. If you go to he approached me on Facebook. If you look at his Facebook page, he's got pictures with all kind of local politicians and everybody else. So his connections run deep. So you would have no reason to think that this man is lying to you when he's with people who are so respected in the community.
The warrants say other individuals came forward after seeing our WAFB ITEAM report. Sharper is facing 3 felony theft charges. For the WAFB ITEAM, I'm Chris Nakamoto. Liz?
Chris, thank you. I'm sure you'll stay on top.